So it was just kind of a cool experience, you know, all around, buying a car on the internet and having it delivered to me, you know, in the middle of the night, one chilly North Dakota evening, and being able to buy it all by myself. Like, it was just cool. Like, it's cool, and it's nice to have this thing. So long story short, now I have a vehicle that will reliably get me through the winters here.
It's LeahMouseVlog, LeahMouseVlog, it's LeahMouse's vlog.
Hello and welcome to Vlogtober Day 9. I am feeling much better. Thank you for all of the good juju that you've been sending. It apparently paid off. I'm still a little stuffy, but I'm good. So today we are gonna go back to Spirit Halloween, and we are gonna pick out some costumes for this year. We had a plan that we made like a month, 2 months ago, but like we have been really busy and haven't been able to sort of go through with it. So we're just gonna go to Spirit Halloween and see what we can find as far as costumes. Yeah, this should be jolly good fun.
Vitamins.
Yep, all the man and his vitamins. The man and all his vitamins. You don't get like this with nothing, kids. It's like the muscle on your other side is more prominent just because you have that tattoo. I feel like it like enhances it or something. I don't know.
I think it looks less muscular. You can't see the definition.
Okay, well when you do that, yeah, I suppose. But when you're just like standing there, it's like the tattoo gives it like perspective or something so you can see how big it is. But yeah, when you flex, you have a point. Oh, Scrappy's here. What? I was expecting him to be in his bed. Hi, buddy. Oh, is he? Oh, that's a good movie. He'll enjoy that. And usually JJ drives on our shopping trips, but I'm driving this time because we've got Bellatrix, and she's got a magical big old trunk that we can put everything in. Oh. Nice, huh? I'll wake you when we get to Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to go in there again. That was scary. What does this thing do? I don't like it. Okay, what should we be? We gotta get something matchy-matchy. Oh, cool, Freddy Krueger. Dude, you'd be such a dope Freddy Krueger. I feel like I would rather do your makeup than get a mask, though, you know? I could totally do it, too. Or you could just get a cool beanie. Okay, I could just come here for merch. Okay, after much deliberation, we have decided. But I'm not going to tell you. You'll just have to wait and see. I'm not going to pretend like this isn't tedious. Okay. This is the bowl with the contest entries. I've got them clipped, and I'm folding them and putting them in there. Because what I did, I printed out the sheets. I still have 3 more to go. I've got 3 down, 3 more to go. I'm cutting them all up into these little pieces. I got which ones are the bonus entries. I have Facebook next to the Facebook ones, and then these are the Instagram ones. Cut them up, fold them up, drop them in. So I've already been doing this for an hour. It's gonna take a minute, but it's worth it. Just wanted to show you guys my process. And this is how I'm gonna do all the contest entries. So once I get the video going, I'm gonna give the bowl a hearty good shake, fish around in there, and just grab. This is very tedious, but I'm committed to getting everyone's names in there and doing it right. By the time this bit makes it into a vlog, we'll already know who the winner is. As of right now, obviously, I have no idea. Could be anybody. We have, alright, let me do some quick math. Hold on. Alright, so there's 424 pieces of paper that are going to be in this bowl. But ultimately, most of those are bonus entries because there was 130 YouTube main entries. So there's only 130 individual people, and that's not even, because like not everybody did the bonus entries, you know what I'm saying? 424 pieces of paper is a lot, but if you did the bonus entries in addition to the main entry, then your odds are obviously increased. So really, it's all right. Oh my god, this is going to take so long. Okay, I need both hands. Okay, so funny side note, Melody Harmony Bloom, who won the skull package giveaway, is actually the front desk receptionist at the hotel where Mom and I stayed when we met in Iowa. I'd say it's a good fortune and good luck that you happened to ask. See, you asked if I was online. That's what it was. And I said I had a YouTube channel, and I told you the channel, and you actually came and found me. And now you've entered my giveaway, and now you've won. How cool is that? Like, what the heck? And Melody's also a pianist. So that's super cool. That's what it was. You saw my tattoos, I think, on my fingers, and you asked if I was a musician, if I was online. That's how that went. I do remember that now. Wow. Small world, right? Wow, that's like super weird. Yep, that's you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're like a better pianist than I am. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So everybody go subscribe to Melody Harmony Bloom right now. And that's what the YouTube username is. So yeah, so weird. And we're finally getting around to watching the newer Halloween, the one where Jamie Lee Curtis is like super old. And it's like 40 years later or whatever. And, you know, it's not bad so far. We're about halfway through, and yeah, we're not hating it. It's all right. Papa's back there loving on Teeny. Scrappy, what do you think? Okay, now we're trying out Halloween Ends. So far, I mean, we just watched the opening scene, and I definitely went, oh! Because, what? That's some Stephen King right there.
Whole town. And then one Halloween night many years ago, all of that was lost.
So they tried to bring me my tags overnight, you know, for the car, and I was sleeping because I was ill and did not realize that I had to sign for it. So I had them hold it at the office, and now we gotta go get them. Gotta go get my tags so that this car is officially street legal, which would make me feel much better. So, forgot my seatbelt. Oh no! Alright, we've got it! These are my tags. I'm so excited I actually finally have my tags. And I realized I never actually told you guys the story of the vehicle. So, basically what it was I live in North Dakota. Okay. And the winters here can get pretty grotesque. Blizzards, lots of snow, very cold. The snow wasn't usually a problem for my other car, Koopa. She's, you know, just like a compact size sedan thing. I mean, she handled the winters pretty okay, but she did have a tendency to get stuck if there was just a little bit too much snow plowed up. Like the way they plowed our driveway last year, they didn't go like fully into like behind my car, and there was like a hump of snow sort of behind my car, and I couldn't back up and make it over the hump because of my car. So it was, you know, kind of a problem, and I had to scramble to borrow JJ's truck, and that was, you know, kind of hard because, like, we worked separate shifts, opposite shifts, which helped, but then he would get delayed because of the snow, and he would be getting home, like, right as I needed to run out the door to go to my job, right? And the handoff of the truck kind of got stressful. So my car sat there for 3 months, trapped in by the snow, right? And I couldn't get out. So it was kind of an issue. I mean, we made it work, but it was still kind of an issue. So, I don't even remember how this came up. I think JJ saw or heard a commercial on the radio for Nissan Rogue. And then I think we saw one on, like, a streaming service. We saw an ad for, like, the Nissan Rogue or whatever. And I think we both independently started thinking about it, but then we brought it up to each other kind of around the same time. So I don't really know whose idea officially it was. I think he was the first one that brought it up because we drove by the Nissan dealership here in town, and I guess it reminded him of it. And he's like, hey, do you think you'd ever be interested in, like, you know, one of those Nissan SUVs? And I said, actually, yeah, I've been thinking about it. You know, so I'd already been thinking about it. He just was the first one to verbally bring it up. And I was like, yeah, actually, I would. I've been thinking about it. So we started looking into it. And the dealerships here didn't really have anything I was interested in. Like, I looked online, there nothing that was in my price range, or they weren't the color that I wanted, or they weren't all-wheel drive or something like that. So we went online and we were looking on Car Gurus, okay? So I found this one that was just absolutely, it just jumped off the page at me. You know how it goes. And it was this beautiful black 2015 Nissan Rogue SL all-wheel drive. I was like, this, and it was good mileage. It was in my price range. I was just like, this one, I want this one. And he's like, well, let's just keep looking. So we scrolled through several more, didn't see anything I liked. We scrolled back up and it just bounced off the page at me again. I'm like, that one, I've got to have that one. That's the one I want. So since it was on Car Gurus, it was that thing where like you buy it online and they ship it to you type of thing, right? Apparently they only ship to you free if you go through Car Gurus, which I chose not to. I didn't want to. Because I just don't like having a middleman. I don't like involving too many third parties. I'd rather just be as direct as possible, right? So what's funny is that this vehicle actually was in a dealership in Columbus, Ohio. What are the odds, right? My home state. I used to live in Columbus. I went to Ohio State in Columbus, right? Super weird. So what ended up happening was I contacted the dealership through the website. He called me. The salesman did from the dealership, and of course we worked it out pretty quickly over the phone. I had to put some money down. I have a credit card, which thank God I did, which was for emergencies only, and I think that qualified. So I put my money down and we got everything situated like that. And then he's like, okay, so you have to contact the delivery people to arrange the delivery. And since I didn't go through Car Gurus, it was not free. So it was almost $2,000. I had to put $3,000 down on this vehicle on the spot. And that basically maxed out my credit card, okay? And then I had to pay almost $2,000 just to have it brought to me. And we even discussed it too, because I mean, like, I'm from Ohio. My mom lives in Ohio. I could have gone and picked it up myself, but I did the math. So, like, if I flew there one way, first of all, tickets from this piddly-ass little airport in Grand Forks are not cheap. And so that would have been an expensive plane ticket, especially, like, quickly, you know. The further out you schedule plane tickets, the cheaper it is. So, like, a soon-to-come plane ticket from Grand Forks to Columbus would have been very expensive. And then I would have had to drive the vehicle back, right? So, accounting for gas and then the hotel stay over, because there's no way I could do that drive in one shot. That's a long way, okay? Plus all of the days of work I would have to miss for that. So lost wages. And then obviously I can't go to Ohio and not see my mom and spend time with my mom. So I would have extended the trip to spend sufficient time with her, which would have meant more time away from work. So more lost wages. And in the end, dollar-wise, it worked out to about the same as if I just stay here, keep working, earning money, and just have them bring the thing to me. You know what I mean? So, you know, it sucked. I could have gotten a trip to Ohio out of it, which would have been great. I could have seen mom, but I couldn't afford it, especially going into this much debt this quickly. You know what I mean? They sent me the paperwork through FedEx from the dealership. Super weird. I've never done anything like this before. I've never bought a car over the phone. Like, who does that? This is the age we live in, right? And by the way, this is the first vehicle I have ever bought all on my own. I'm almost 40, and my mom or someone else has always had to help me, either co-signing or helped me with the down payment or been there with me to help negotiate it or something. This is literally the only car I've ever bought that I've done 100% on my own. I contacted them. I actually had good enough credit to qualify for the car loan. I put down the down payment. I paid for the delivery. I handled it, like, all me. So it feels really good, like, on an adult level, you know, to have accomplished this all by myself. For the first time ever in my whole life, I bought a car all on my own. You know, it feels pretty good. You know, better late than never, right? So anyway, so I contacted the delivery people. I paid them. We got it all organized. I bought this car, I think it was officially September 20th. And I got it October 6th. it was a process. And then they forgot to include the tags in the paperwork, which they overnighted me, which now I have. So now the thing is going to be road legal, which makes me feel better. And that's the story of how Bellatrix ended up with us today. And I'm very happy that I saw her listed on that Car Guru's website from that dealership in Columbus, Ohio. And it was really funny too, because when I was on the phone with like the salesman and the finance manager, like they were talking about Columbus, and they mentioned a bank, my bank that I'm getting financed through, and I recognized the bank. It's a bank in Ohio. It's a major bank in Ohio. And then they felt the need to clarify because it's not really big outside of Ohio. And they were like, oh, by the way, this is a big bank in Ohio. And I said, oh, I know. I'm actually from Ohio. And they were like, oh, really? I said, yeah, I actually used to live in Columbus. My aunt lives in Columbus. I went to Ohio State. And they were like, oh my gosh, get out of here. And they were telling me all about all the things that they were changing. And they were talking about like the Olentangy River and, you know, like this road and Lane Avenue and that. And I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about because I'm very familiar with that area because I used to live there. And it was so cool to just like chit chat about home with these people who thought I was a random stranger from North Dakota. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. So it was just kind of a cool experience, you know, all around, buying a car on the internet and having it delivered to me, you know, in the middle of the night, one chilly North Dakota evening, and being able to buy it all by myself. Like, it was just cool. Like, it's cool, and it's nice to have this thing. So long story short, now I have a vehicle that will reliably get me through the winters here, which makes me really happy, because it's all-wheel drive. It's an SUV. It sits up higher, obviously, and the all-wheel drive is the most important. So now we have a reliable winter vehicle. Bellatrix is going to be awesome. She's already awesome. She's already been really good to me. We took her grocery shopping yesterday. This is the first time I've ever chauffeured a grocery shopping trip because she has a magical trunk, which I will show you when we get home. And now I'm going to go home and put these tags on. I could do it here, but I don't want to feel awkward in a public parking lot. So I will go home, and if a cop stops me, I will show him, hey, I've got the tags. I'm just going home first to make sure that I'm not embarrassing myself in the privacy of my own driveway putting these things on. See, watch this. This is so super cool, okay? So, got my little fob here, and then all we do, hold the little trunk thingy, just like a spaceship. And then to close it, we just hold it again. I realize that this is commonplace for other people, but I'm new. I'm always behind the times. So this newfangled trunk technology, is new to me, and it's cool, and it's perfect for grocery shopping. So, you know, we don't have to pile everything into the back seat of JJ's truck anymore. We just do that, and it's much easier. So I'm impressed by it. Oh my God. I love that I have Ohio temporary tags. It only makes sense. The vehicle was sold technically in Ohio. Things that make you feel like home. Yeah, and I got my temporary tag registration too, so that's good. And now I can actually go to the DMV, BMV, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. See, now Ohio calls them tags because we are sane humans, right? Tag. And when I went to renew my tags here in North Dakota a couple times, you know, since I've lived here, you know, the little sticker that they put on with the expiration date, they call them tabs with a B. And I thought I was mishearing people when they were saying that. They're like, oh, did you renew your tabs? I have to renew my tabs. I'm like, are you saying tabs? It's tags. And they were like, tabs? I'm like, tags, tabs, tags. I'm like, it's a foreign planet here. It's super weird. Tabs doesn't even make sense. A tab is like a thing that you put on the side of a piece of paper to flip it, you know? And a tag, it's like tagged. It's tagged as this. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so I've got 1.5 million things to do, as usual. The first of which being editing this vlog. It's going to be way late getting on the internet, and I'm sorry about that, but dang, it's just been busy around here. Okay. So next video will be the next contest, giveaway, announcement, rules, stuff like that. So make sure you watch the next video. Thank you for watching this one. Don't forget to watch out for the sheep as always. Vlog phrase of the day is, I drive a spaceship. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you next time. I love you. I appreciate you. Okay, bye.